Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lauren. I'm going to take you through a really short, lovely practice that you can use at night time in readiness for sleep. I think we often just jump straight into bed without really doing a proper unwind and sort of that relaxation, the mental relaxation, and our body too. Stretching before bed can certainly have wonders on releasing tension. It can prepare our muscles for a restful sleep. And it's a really great way of separating your busy self and your busy mind from your work day, because what it does, it allows you to focus inward and be in the present moment. So you're being present with your body, you're being present with your mind while doing this practice. So join me now as we can get you ready as best we can for a beautiful, restful sleep. We'll start in mountain pose. So just finding beautiful connection with the earth, wherever you may be. And just feeling your feet, rolling those toes across the mat, just getting a little bit of engagement there and feeling secure and balanced on the ground. Send that intention up through the body. We'll find a nice length through their spine, so let's roll our shoulders up and back. And when we're ready, we'll take an inhale up. Really nice deep inhales here and really nice deep exhales throughout this practice. Really wanting to fill the lungs, and as we exhale, we're just releasing everything that doesn't serve us. Let's release our busy work day. Let's put all of the stuff that we've dealt with today out of our minds so that we can have a more balanced and more peaceful, restful sleep. A couple more times. And as you do reach up to ceiling with our arms, let's really push through our fingertips. So they're actually putting all the energy right through every cell of our body. We'll come now into some bear hugs. So let's just, as we inhale, we'll stretch our arms outward and really stretch across that chest. You're really wanting to open up that heart space. Exhale as you come back around. And bear hugs are a really good one too, because you're incidentally giving yourself a little bit of self-love. So exhale as we come around, really stretch through the shoulders, and inhale as we come back. Okay, so do that for a couple more rounds here. And I invite you to look skyward when we're coming back and stretching that arm and heart space. And really round our shoulders, take our head down when we come forward. Couple more here. And one last hug for ourselves. Fantastic. We'll take ourselves over to the short edge of the mat and we're going to come into a lunge. So you can do it a couple of ways. You can step back and be in high lunge, finding your balance there. And you'll find a nice stretch coming through the right hand side hip. And in this moment, you can take yourself down and just do a couple of pulses. Alternatively, and for this practice, we're going to drop our knee all the way to the bottom. And let's just stretch our leg out. Find your gait and your balance there, because we don't want to have our knee going over our ankle. So just make sure we've got a space there where our knee and our ankle are in alignment. Find your balance. Now let's take a nice deep inhale. Stretch everything through to the fingertips, and let's bring our arms into cactus. Now I want you to slow up here a little bit as we're doing this. Inhaling at the top, exhaling as we're bringing our shoulder blades together. Nice big inhales. I invite you to start thinking of some mantras that you can say to yourself. Getting our mind focused on us, taking it away from the worries of the day. I am strong. I am safe. And I welcome restful sleep. You can repeat these throughout the practice today. Feeling a nice stretch there, you'll feel that along the right hand side. And just continue this for a few breaths, really doing considered postures, sending all the intention of a good stretch in through our muscles, allowing blood and oxygen to get through to those fibres. One more here. We'll take our hands down to the mat and we'll swap our legs over. So bring our right foot forward, adjust your legs, your knees, just making sure that you've got everything in alignment. Albeit a short practice, we still want to have a little bit of form so that we're not incurring any injuries. So again, making sure that our ankles are in a line. Knees and ankles stacked, foot back, and inhale here. And a big exhale. Repeating your mantras. I am strong. I am safe. And I welcome restful sleep. All the intentions all the way through to our fingertips and down into the back of our shoulder blades, feeling that nice stretch on the left-hand side. A few more times here. And one last cactus arm here, and we'll take our hands to the mat and we'll come into tabletop where we'll do some cat and cow poses. So let's find a nice stable tabletop pose. Wrists, elbows and shoulders all in alignment, and just relax the the top of your feet onto the mat. So we haven't got our feet with our toes curled. We'll lay them gently on the mat. Cat and cow, we'll drop our belly on the inhale and send our tailbone skyward. As we exhale, we'll round our shoulders, looking through the legs to the back of the body. Inhale again. See how far you can raise your chin for a throat stretch. And exhaling, rounding the shoulders, allowing space between the spine and the shoulder blades. A few more times in this motion, really considered, but still gentle. We're wanting to make ourselves ready for sleep. We don't want to energize ourselves so we're up all night. Okay. Exhale here. Inhale. And we'll do one more cat and one more cow. Fantastic. We'll come here now. So we'll come down into child's pose. So child's pose, I want you to take your knees wide, toes together, knees wide, and send your hips back to your heels and try and drop your chest as low as you can go to the mat. This is extended child's pose. So our arms are out in front. Try and stretch through to the fingertips. An intention for your forehead to come down to the mat. Your chest might actually touch the mat. If this is too intense for you, you may put a cushion or a bolster behind your knees. And just sit here for a good few deep breaths here. Repeating your mantra. With every exhale, you may sink a little further. This pose is a great one throughout any practice that you undertake, and you can come to this pose at any time. It's lovely and relaxing. You're still getting a full body stretch. It's a nice gentle posture. I'll invite you to raise your head, and you can slowly walk your hands back towards your body. We'll come into a seated position. You can have your legs crossed if you like. If you want to, you can also do this on your knees. Find a comfortable position. Have some elongation through the spine. Roll the shoulders up and back. We'll take an inhale as we take our arms up to center, and just on the right hand side on the exhale, let's take our right hand down, push through the left, and then over to the right. You may just have your arm straight, your supporting arm, but you can also welcome it down to the mat if you wish, if your body will allow. A few deep breaths here. Let's take it up to the center, and we'll do the same on the left hand side. Exhale as we go over to the left, push through the right hand, and over we go. Try and look skyward. Place that beautiful smile on your face. Appreciate the time that you're giving yourself. Come back up. We'll do one more each side, over to the right again, pushing through the left hand, coming over to the right. Extend yourself as far as your body will allow, and just really enjoying that nice stretch up through the hips and rib cage. Take it up to center, and we'll do our last one on the left hand side. Wonderful. Let's take it up to center, and we'll take our hands down. Our soles of our feet are now going to come together into bound butterfly. Just grab your feet, cross your fingers. Sit up nice and straight. Now you may want to just flap your legs one at a time. You can do them both at the same time. Just wanting to get a little stretch into the groin and inner thigh. Take the time to really take some nice deep inhales here, and as you exhale, just release anything that doesn't serve you today. Taking in all the beautiful air and gratitude around you, and release anything that no longer serves you. Fantastic. Couple more breaths here. Wonderful. We'll take our legs up into crossed position. Again, if you're on your knees, that's fine. You can stay there. It's perfectly fine. You do what's right for you. We'll do some shoulder rolls. So let's just take our shoulders up to our ears and back, trying to bring our shoulder blades together and really emphasize the roll, like really force the roll. Okay, so we're really wanting to get some circulation and some movement into those shoulder sockets. Up to the ears, bringing those shoulder blades together. Let's go in the other direction. So shoulder blades together, up and over towards the front. Wonderful. We'll accompany these shoulder rolls now with some stretches across. So arms out wide, send the intention of energy through to the fingertips. We'll take our right arm across, and we'll take our left arm up underneath. And let's take a stretch here. So you'll feel it just from the shoulder down to about where your chin is. So enjoy that stretch. Keep that back nice and long and tall. Arm out. And we'll do that on the other side. Left arm across, right arm goes underneath. And just gently push that right arm back so that you can enjoy that stretch along the shoulder. Arms out, we'll do that again on the other side. Right hand across, left goes underneath. comes out and left across, right hand goes up. That's fantastic. Let's take ourselves down to lying. So we're going to do some supine twists, which just means twist on our back. Take ourselves down as gently as you can. We'll have our right leg extended, our left leg bent. Arms go out to the side at shoulder height, palms facing down. We'll take our right hand and grab our left knee, and let's gently take and invite our left knee over to the right hand side. Keep both of your shoulders on the ground. We're just twisting the lower half of our body. Our top spine, our thoracic spine, will stay as it is. And with every exhale, you might find that your knee can go a little bit further over to the right towards the floor. Just stay here for a few breaths. Let's take our left leg back. We'll do the same on the right hand side, extending the left leg, grabbing our right knee and gently taking it over to the left hand side with an intention to get as close to the ground as possible. Again, remember to keep both shoulders on the ground. Just stay here for a nice few breaths. Fantastic. Let's take our right foot back, one more on each side. Right leg extended and left knee over. And you might find this time your knee does head towards the floor a little further. Getting a little bit of movement in the lower spine there. I always advise with our nighttime stretches, if you can hold them in the pose for at least a minute with some nice deep even breaths, I think you'll find the most benefit. However, if you are slightly time poor, you do them for as long as you can, for as long as you need. It's such a personal journey, is your own yoga. Fantastic. We're going to come into now legs up the wall. So that means stretching both legs skyward. Now it seems unusual and it may seem a little tense, but in fact this is quite a relaxing and restorative pose. It allows a lot of blood flow through the legs and muscles and helps with our circulation and digestion. So have your legs pointing to the sky and we'll do a little bit of flexing and pointing of our feet. You can have your hands either on your belly, down by the side with palms facing up, or you can have them out to the side, shoulder height, palms facing down. Just move those ankles around. And the alternate to this would be, you can do it directly up the wall. So you can shimmy your bottom towards the wall, have your legs actually up on the wall if you need a little bit more support. Or you can actually have a bolster underneath your lower spine there, just to help with a little bit of support as well. I recommend legs up the wall every day. I find myself doing it sometimes in the morning as well, just before I get out of bed. But always come to this posture. It's quite a nice one. Wonderful. Let's take our feet down to the ground and we'll come into just a brief shavasana. So we're stretching the whole body out on the mat. Keep the legs apart a little away from your midline and just allow your feet to drop out naturally. Our arms are also away from the body, palms facing up. And I invite you to take 3 deep, even breaths here through the nose and out the nose. Once you've done your 3 deep even breaths, I ask you to come back up to sitting. So you can do that via using your diamond pattern with your fingers, placing them underneath your lower back and just allowing yourself leverage to come up to sitting. Find a nice seated position here. Just place your hands gently on your knees, sit up nice and tall, chin slightly down towards your chest, and just take a moment to connect with your body and bring awareness to your natural breath. So just releasing all breathing patterns that we've placed on through this practice. We want to get ourselves to a natural breathing rhythm. And it's the kind of rhythm that comes just before we sleep. Repeat your mantra to yourself. I am strong. I am safe. And I welcome restful sleep. Take your palms together. I will ask you to take them to your Ajna chakra, your third eye. And that's for purity of thought and clarity of the mind. We'll take our palms down to our throat chakra, our Vishuddha chakra, for clarity of speech and purity of the word. May you always speak the truth. And to your heart center, your Anahata chakra, for love, joy, and acceptance. Lightly bowing your head. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice today. I hope that you have found peace and relaxation just before sleep time. And welcome that restful sleep. From me to you, have a lovely evening, a good sleep, and I hope to see you again on the mat soon. Namaste.